If you watched part 1, you know Arthur Leywin is Asura-marked. What you don't know is that Arthur isn't a human, isn't an elf, and isn't even an Asura. He's a race that didn't exist until Sylvie rebuilt his body. And the war you watched in part 1? Neither side won. The real victor of the Asura War isn't who you think. This is part 2. I'm Manhwa ALLE. Welcome back. Part 1 took you from King Grey's death to where Season 7 stands today. Part 2 is the lore drop the anime will never get to. We're covering 3 things: Arthur's true race, Agrona's family secret, and who actually won the Asura War. None of this is Season 8 spoiler. All of this is canon as of Season 7. Let's get into it. Start with the Sylvie reveal we ended part 1 on. You know now that Sylvie isn't just a dragon, she's an Indrath clan dragon, daughter of Sylvia Indrath and Agrona Vritra, mixed Asura bloodline, Indrath identified. But the version of Sylvie you met in part 1 isn't the full picture. At the end of Season 6, Sylvie dies, killed in the war. Her body is destroyed, but her soul doesn't die. It's displaced, across time, across space. Sylvie's soul gets pulled out of the timeline and ends up observing Arthur's first life on Earth. She watches King Grey live and die, and then, this is the twist, she goes backward, to the moment Agrona was reincarnating Grey's soul into Dickathan. Agrona had a vessel ready. Sylvie intercepts. She wrests Grey's soul out of Agrona's grasp and puts it into a newborn baby instead. The Leywin family's baby, Arthur. So Arthur isn't in his body by accident. He's there because his bonded dragon from the future reached back across time and placed him there in defiance of Agrona's plan. That's the first secret. Arthur exists because Sylvie made him. Here's the second secret. After Sylvie dies, Arthur's body is destroyed in the same war. Sylvie, in her displaced soul form, uses her own Asura body to rebuild Arthur's. The Asuran half is grafted into the human shell. The result isn't a human anymore. It isn't an Asura either. The Manhwa calls Arthur an Archon. The Leywin clan, in canon, is described as the only clan of Archons. Arthur is the only true Archon in existence. This is the part the anime fans don't know yet. Arthur isn't Asura-marked because he's a chosen human. He's Archon because Sylvie's death made him one. The bond between them isn't just emotional, it's literally his species. And the connection that mattered most for how he came to wield ether, that comes from Mordain, leader of the Asclepius Phoenix clan, exiled from Epheotis generations ago for opposing Kezes. Mordain mentors Arthur in ether arts, not by bloodline, by choice. Because Mordain hated Kezes for what he did to the Jinn, which brings us to Agrona's secret. Agrona Vritra was exiled from Epheotis. The official reason given to the Asura court was that he had an intimate relationship with the Lessers, meaning the humans, elves, and dwarves of Dickathan. The real reason? Agrona discovered Kezes Indrath's darkest secret. Kezes wiped out an entire Asura race, the Jinn, an ancient race who were the original masters of ether. Kezes committed genocide to keep ether knowledge in the Dragon Clan's hands, and he buried the evidence. Agrona found out. Kezes exiled him to keep that secret silent, but Agrona didn't stop digging. He went to ALLE, and he started a project, the Legacy. Here's what the Legacy actually is. Agrona discovered a power on Arthur's first world, Earth. A specific power that, if he could weaponize it, would give him the strength to overthrow Kezes and conquer Epheotis. The Legacy needed a vessel. It needed 3 souls reincarnated from Earth to make the vessel work. Agrona picked 3. Grey, Arthur's first life, Nico, a friend, and Cecilia. The vessel was Cecilia. The anchors, the souls strong enough to make the reincarnation stable, were Grey and Nico. He tried other souls first. None of them were strong enough. Cecilia was reincarnated into Tessia Aerolith's body, the girl Arthur loved. Agrona's project hijacked Tessia from the inside. And Sylvie's interception, the one that put Arthur in the Leywin body, that broke Agrona's plan. He lost one of his two anchors. Nico is still alive in Dicathan, but the legacy needed both. Without Grey under Agrona's control, the legacy project is incomplete. Arthur isn't just asura-marked. Arthur is the missing piece of Agrona's master plan, the one Agrona has been hunting for 2 lifetimes because he can't complete the legacy without him. That's Agrona's family secret. He didn't lose. He's been 1 anchor short for 16 years, and Arthur is the anchor. The Vritra-blooded humans you saw in part 1, the Scythes who lead ALLE, those are Agrona's prototypes. Vritra blood grafted into human soldiers. The Scythes are the bridge between Vritra Asuras and Lessers. Cadell is the strongest of them. They're not loyal to ALLE. They answer only to Agrona. They're the proof of concept for what Cecilia, fully completed, would have been. That's the Vritra family secret. Now the question part 1 promised. Who actually won the Asura War? The anime fan answer, ALLE. They invaded. Dicathan fell. War over. The wrong answer most theory channels give, Kezes. He played both sides, weakened both rivals. The correct answer, per Season 7 canon, nobody, not yet. And here's why. Kezes did manipulate both sides. He broke the Asura treaty with Agrona first. He sent an Asuran strike squad, led by Aldir and Winsome, to assassinate Agrona while Agrona was distracted. The assassination failed. The failed attempt forced Ephiodus to cut all ties with Dicathan. That's not all Kezes did. He intentionally placed power limiters in the artifacts of power he had given to Dicathan's royal families. The Lances, Dicathan's strongest warriors, were unknowingly weakened. They went into the war against Agrona's scythes carrying broken weapons. They never had a chance. So yes, Kezes sabotaged Dicathan. But here's what fan theory gets wrong. Kezes didn't win by sabotaging Dicathan. He broke Dicathan. And in breaking Dicathan, he triggered the exact outcome he was trying to prevent, Agrona getting closer to the legacy. Cecilia woke up in Tessia's body. The legacy is now active. Agrona is closer to overthrowing Kezes than ever before. Kezes's manipulation backfired. Agrona's project advanced. Dicathan fell. Nobody won. Where Season 7 leaves us, the Asura world is headed toward open civil war. Indrath versus Vritra, the dragon clan that controls Ephiodus against the Basilisk clan that built ALLE. And the humans, including Arthur, are caught between 2 cosmic factions that want to use the Lessers as fuel. This is the war the anime hasn't even hinted at. This is what the Manhwa has been building towards since Season 6. Part 1 was the recap. Part 2 is the setup. Season 8, whenever the Manhwa gives it to us, is the answer. So that's Part 2. Arthur isn't a human or an Asura. He's an Archon, a race that exists because Sylvie reached across time to make him. Agrona isn't losing. He's been hunting Arthur for 2 lifetimes because Arthur is the missing anchor in his master plan. And nobody won the Asura War. Kezes sabotaged it. Agrona advanced through it. And the real war is between the Asuras themselves. If this helped you understand TBATE deeper than the anime ever will, hit subscribe. Manhwa ALLE covers the lore the anime can't reach. New deep dives every week. I'm Manhwa ALLE. Thanks for sticking around for both parts. See you in the next one.